God continues the Bible motivation. 12 spiritual secrets to activate wealth in your life. It really works. This video reveals 12 powerful biblical and spiritual truths that will change your mindset, heal your relationship with money, and activate your abundance pathway. You are called to prosper, and not just spiritually, but financially as well. Get ready for deep, direct, clear, and highly transformative content. You will learn how God cares about your finances, how to build millionaire habits, unlock divine prosperity, and enjoy wealth with purpose. This is not just another motivational video. It is a call for you to take your place of wealth, honor, and dominion. Embarking on this journey, you will discover that your true potential is limitless and that the divine blueprint for abundance is waiting to be unlocked within you. Each biblical and spiritual truth presented is a key to dispelling the myths surrounding scarcity, inviting you to recognize that responsible stewardship and financial well-being are intertwined with spiritual growth. The wisdom shared here transcends everyday advice. It is a call to re-examine your deepest beliefs about money and success, urging you to build new habits that honor both your soul and your bank account. As you listen, you will begin to see that every principle of divine prosperity is not only a guide for financial success, but also for living a life filled with passion, purpose, and gratitude. Imagine embracing habits that align your everyday actions with higher spiritual insights, a balance where every financial decision is made with clarity, wisdom, and faith. This is your invitation to break free from the limitations imposed by old patterns and step boldly into a life where wealth is a testament to both your inner strength and your connection with the divine. The content in this video goes deep into understanding how to harmonize your faith with your financial goals. It challenges you to rise above conventional limitations and to celebrate the abundant blessings that flow when you trust in a higher plan. Each insight is designed to empower you to be a leader in your own life, to reclaim your rightful position as a steward of prosperity, and to inspire those around you with your powerful transformation. Subscribe to the channel and join us as you take this courageous step towards redefining abundance in every area of your life. Let this be the start of a new era in which you live in the fullness of God's promises, embracing the wealth, honor, and dominion that is your inheritance. Enjoy the journey and witness a life of genuine abundance unfold before your eyes. Leave your comment. I was born to prosper. Share with 3 people you want to see rich. What you will discover here. How to break silent financial curses. What the Bible really says about money and prosperity. Rich mindset versus poor mindset. Daily habits that bring you closer to abundance. The spiritual power of action, focus, and discipline. And finally, a prophetic statement about your financial life. Watch until the end. What you hear here can change everything. You are about to discover the prayer that can transform your financial life. This video goes beyond words. It is a true portal of prosperity. Based on biblical principles and spiritual revelations, you will learn how to use your faith to attract money, break limiting beliefs, and build a rich, abundant, and purposeful life. Watch until the end and allow this message to enter your spirit. Comment, I was born to be rich. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. You deserve to prosper. The journey begins now. The door is open. Now it's your turn to enter. If you believe you were born for something greater, keep reading. What you're about to discover today could transform not only your bank account, but your destiny. Like, comment, and share with someone who needs prosperity. Have you ever felt like life has more to offer you, but it seems like the door to prosperity is still locked? Maybe you've prayed, worked hard, tried everything, and yet wealth seems far away. But here's the truth. The door to abundance is already open. You just need to walk through it with the right mindset. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you. Matthew 7, verse 7. This isn't just a pretty phrase from the Bible. It's a spiritual key. And today, we're going to use it to unlock the locks on your financial life. 1. Wealth is a consequence, not a prize. God is not a demanding banker. He is a father. And a father wants to see his children prosper, grow, live in freedom and peace. The wealth you seek is not a spiritual lottery prize. It is a consequence of your obedience, mindset, and purpose-aligned action. If you change your mind, you change your reality. Poverty does not glorify God, but prosperity does, because it allows you to be an answer in the lives of others. If you change your mind, you change your reality. This is not just a nice phrase. It is a key. The life you live today is a direct reflection of the thoughts you harbor, the mental patterns you have accepted, and the beliefs you have chosen to carry. If you want a new level of life, you need a new level of thinking. Nothing changes from the outside in. Real transformation begins within. You can even change cities, jobs, social circles. But if your mind remains stuck in scarcity, fear, and a survival mentality, you will always return to the same place, a cycle of limitations. Poverty is not noble. Poverty is not humble. Poverty is a mental prison that prevents dreams, blocks potential, and sabotages generations. Poverty does not glorify anyone, but prosperity does. Because it frees you, it allows you to be the answer. It multiplies the good you carry inside. Do you want to do good? Then get rich. Do you want to help your family? Then prosper. Do you want to change the world? Start by changing your mind about money, value, and worthiness. Prosperity is not about showing off. It is about expansion. It is about having enough to overflow. It is about being so abundant that you become a source for those in need. And the first wealth you need to achieve is mental wealth. You are the only one responsible for changing the course of your life. You were not made to just survive. You were made to live with purpose, with freedom, with impact. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for an external miracle. Start now. Read books that challenge you. Surround yourself with people who think big. Invest in your mind like someone who is building an empire. If you change your mind, reality will have to obey. The new version of your life is ready, but it only activates when you decide to think like someone who has already won and act like someone who is already there. You were not born to survive. You were born to reign. You are not a child of chance. You carry the DNA of royalty. Poverty does not match your essence. You were created to generate impact, multiply talents, expand frontiers. But as long as you are content with the minimum, the maximum will never manifest. Do not accept less than what God has prepared. Your life is not a draft. It is a divine project. Prosperity begins in the mind, passes to the heart, and materializes through the hands. What you think about money determines what you attract. The right prayer activates a divine plan. The spiritual universe reacts to words. When you pray with faith and purpose, the heavens move. But be careful. Prayer without action is just wishful thinking. You need to declare with your mouth and act with your feet. Here is a powerful prayer to activate prosperity. Lord, I receive today the wisdom, vision, and opportunities that will lead me to wealth. Align my mind with your purpose. Remove fear, unlock the paths. I declare that abundance is coming my way. In the name of Jesus, amen. Pray this prayer every day and watch the doors open. The blessing already exists. What's missing is action. Imagine that God has already prepared the table. The food is served, but you're still afraid to pull up a chair and sit down. Stop doubting. Start moving. The blessing you're waiting for is already available. You just need to position yourself as someone who deserves to receive it. Action is the bridge between prayer and manifestation. You don't need to wait any longer. The time is now. While you postpone your steps, the opportunity passes. While you think too much, time moves forward. While you wait for a sign, life watches you and asks, how long will you hide from your purpose? It's not about knowing everything. It's about acting on what you already know. It's not about having everything ready. It's about starting even when you're afraid. Because it's in movement that clarity appears. It is when you decide to walk that the paths reveal themselves. Life rewards the bold. The universe responds to the determined. And prosperity always comes to those who are in motion. You have prayed. You have asked. You have wished. Now it is time to position yourself as someone who truly believes that they are worthy of living in abundance. Prosperous people do not wait for the perfect moment. They create the moment with faith, action, and courage. What you want also wants you, but you need to prove with actions that you are ready. Get up. Start small, but start. Do something today that will bring you closer to your vision. Because impossible is not a question of power. It is a question of decision. Those who act, activate. Those who wait too long, watch. And you were not born to watch others' victories. You were born to live your own. Do you feel that fire? Leave an I believe in the comments. Keep watching until the end because the next steps will unlock your financial life in a supernatural way. Wealth is a calling, not a whim. God is calling you to prosper, not just for yourself, but for all who will be blessed through your life. Every coin you earn with wisdom will be a seed planted in fertile soil. You are an answer. Your wealth will be a solution. Don't run away from your calling. Run toward your mission. Prosperity is part of your purpose. Stop hiding behind excuses and start living the truth that God has placed in you. Did you like this content? Then get ready. Part 2 will reveal the spiritual errors that prevent prosperity and how to reverse them. Activate the bell, share with 3 people, and write I am prosperous here in the comments. Discover the prayer that activates your wealth and unlocks your financial life. In this powerful video, you will learn spiritual principles, biblical statements, and practical attitudes to attract prosperity. No matter where you are today, the door to abundance is open. Get ready to live your new reality. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Like, comment I receive and share with those who need to prosper. 2. Your finances are a spiritual mission. Take control with purpose. If you believe that your life has a greater purpose, then understand. Your relationship with money also has a purpose. Like, comment, I take control, and share with someone who needs this truth. The Bible shows us that money is not just a material asset, but an instrument of mission. Many ignore this and live as if the financial area were separate from the spiritual. But heaven does not divide what you experience on earth. Everything you have or do not have is part of a mission. And if you ignore this, you will be denying one of God's greatest invitations, to be faithful with little in order to rule over much. The way you handle your finances reveals whether you are ready to be trusted with more. It's not just about getting rich. It's about showing that you are trustworthy. Your next level of prosperity requires a new identity, an identity as a faithful steward who knows that everything you receive must be well managed, not out of fear, but with purpose. Money in the hands of someone aligned with their spiritual mission becomes a resource for transformation. This is exactly why people without purpose tend to waste it. But when you understand that you are a channel, you begin to attract more. Turn your wallet into an altar. Turn your expenses into seeds. Turn your profits into a mission. This is a silent revolution that differentiates those who live chasing money from those who make money chase them. The difference is not in the bank account, but in the purpose. He who is faithful in little is also faithful in much. Luke 16, verse 10. This is not just a pretty phrase. It is a criterion from heaven to release more resources. If you want lasting wealth, you need to learn to lead in invisible, behind the scenes, in the details that no one sees, in budgets, in pennies, in punctuality of commitments. Every action you take in secret is like a silent prayer saying, I am ready. And the universe responds. You are not broken for lack of blessing. You are stuck for lack of responsibility with the blessing you already have. And when you change this point, the flow opens up. Question for engagement. What was the greatest lesson you have ever learned about managing what you have? Comment here, let's grow together. Wealth without identity is a prison. Wealth with purpose is freedom. When you understand that you are managing the resources of something greater, you begin to have clarity about where to cut, where to invest, and where to sow. Money stops being a burden and becomes a tool. But to do this, you need spiritual clarity and emotional discipline. If you spend what you shouldn't, it's because you're trying to fill a void that is not financial. It is emotional. And if you don't master this now, you will continue to be poor even if you earn more. Poverty is not in how much you earn, but in how much you can bear to lose without losing your balance. So, start practicing the vision of the kingdom today. Master yourself first, and then you will master greater riches. You are not called to survive. You are called to rule. Share this video with 3 people who need to awaken to their financial purpose. Your mission can be the key to unlocking others. Don't confuse financial control with greed. True prosperity expands because it is direction. When you have a mission, your resources flow more easily because they know where to go. You don't save out of fear. You save because you're building something eternal. And the best part, God honors this type of management. Remember that God multiplies what is well managed, but corrects what is wasted. He is a loving Father, but also a fair investor. If you want to be blessed with riches, first be trustworthy. Stop praying only for more money. Start praying for clarity, wisdom, courage, and discipline, and then act. Move like someone who is ready to manage millions, even with only 100 raised in your pocket. If this word sparks something inside you, comment here, I am trustworthy, and get ready for the next part. Because in the next video, we'll talk about how to break cycles of spiritual scarcity and enter a new time of multiplication. How your financial life is deeply connected to your spiritual purpose. In this powerful series, I will show you how to achieve wealth without guilt, with clarity, purpose, and faith. Learn how to take control of your finances and attract abundance to live the plan God designed for you. This is not just a motivational message. It is a call to awaken your true identity and achieve your financial freedom. Watch until the end. Comment and share with someone who needs to change their life. Break the cycle of scarcity. You are not created to survive, but to thrive. Do you feel like you're always taking one step forward and two steps back? Then pay attention. You may be trapped in an invisible cycle of scarcity. Like, share and comment, I was born to prosper, and free yourself today. Scarcity doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. Many people are living in a prison that wasn't built with walls, but with limiting beliefs. Phrases like money is dirty, rich people don't go to heaven, or I wasn't born for this are seeds planted in your subconscious since childhood. And the worst part? These silent beliefs grow like weeds and suffocate your potential to prosper. You weren't born to fight for every penny. You were born to multiply your talents. God never planned a mediocre life for you. The plan was always abundance. But your mind needs to be healed for reality to change. As he thinks in his soul, so is he. Proverbs 23, verse 7. If you see yourself as limited, defeated, poor, or unlucky, your brain will work to confirm that identity. But if you see yourself as prosperous, responsible, blessed, and worthy of wealth, the universe begins to push you in that direction. Your mindset is a magnet. You attract what you believe in. Scarcity is not a punishment. It is a symptom. When you live trapped in cycles of scarcity, such as debt, jobs that suffocate you, or lack of opportunities, it does not mean that God has forgotten you. It means that there is a lesson that has not yet been learned. Scarcity appears to push you to grow. It screams, wake up. There is more to you than this. But unfortunately, many accept scarcity as destiny. They create an identity on top of it. They define themselves by struggle, by debt, by lack. And believe me, what you accept as normal becomes permanent. Stop getting used to little. Stop settling for mediocrity. You have been called to bear fruit, multiply, and rule. Poverty is not spiritual. Conformity is. The difference is that those who are poor in money can become rich with effort, wisdom, and faith. But those who are poor in vision will continue to be miserable even if they win the lottery. Because it is not money that transforms life. It is consciousness. It is what defines your limits or breaks them. It is your consciousness that determines what you tolerate, what you seek, and what you believe is possible. As long as your mind is programmed for scarcity, no blessing will last. You may even make money, but you will lose it. You may have a chance, but you will sabotage it. You may receive an open door, but you will not enter, because your mentality still lives outside. That is why the true revolution begins within you. Change your consciousness, and you change your frequency. Change your frequency, and you attract new realities. You do not have to accept misery as an inheritance. You can choose abundance as your identity. What belief about money do you need to eliminate today? Comment here. Let's break these invisible chains together. Trade the fear of lack with confidence in abundance. If you act with fear of loss, you attract losses. If you act with faith in growth, you attract multiplication. This is a universal law. That's why people who act boldly generally prosper more. Not because they're better, but because they don't allow fear to make decisions. You need to decide today that you will no longer live guided by scarcity. Enough of thinking small, putting off dreams, settling for crumbs. Enough of putting on the victim's clothes. Put on the warrior's armor now. You are on a divine mission, and this mission requires resources, courage, and a new standard. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23. This verse is not an empty promise. It is a declaration of identity. If you are guided by God, then your life will be marked by abundance. But the key is in the first verb. The Lord is. Before receiving the lack of anything, you need to recognize who guides you. When you place your financial life in God's hands, but act with the wisdom He gives you, you become unstoppable. You stop running after and start building paths. You stop being a hostage to scarcity and become an architect of abundance. If this truth is opening your eyes, send this video to someone who is still trapped in the cycle of lack. Help break the chains. And remember, you don't need to understand everything to get started. You just need to decide that you no longer want to live in the repetition of scarcity. Take one step at a time. Cut unnecessary expenses. Learn to invest. Read, study, pray, work. Build a new reality, starting today. Because while you wait for the right moment, life keeps passing you by. Start with what you have, where you are, and the universe will conspire with those who act. Comment here, I broke with scarcity. And get ready, because the next part will teach you how to unlock the multiplication mentality and enter the dimension of unlimited abundance. Part 4, multiplication, the language of heaven for your wealth. Stop for 10 seconds now and reflect. Are you multiplying or just maintaining what you have? If your answer was I'm just maintaining, then you are living below your purpose. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe now so you don't miss the next powerful content that will propel you toward a life of wealth with purpose. Multiplication is the language of heaven. From beginning, God Himself established this. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and have dominion. Genesis 1 verse 28. This is not a suggestion. It is an order. This means that you were not born to live on autopilot, nor just survive. You were created to expand, grow, and lead, including in your finances. But here's the truth that few have the courage to say. Multiplication requires movement. You will not reap more by doing the same old thing. There is no enrichment with a mindset of scarcity. No one prospers with a mediocre routine. If you want more, you need to do more, learn more, decide more, position yourself more. And it all starts within you. Multiplication begins in the mind. You need to expand your way of thinking, your vision, your faith. Money is a reflection of your inner world. Those who have a limited mind have a limited life. To those who have, more will be given. But from those who have not, even what they have will be taken away. Matthew 13, verse 12. This verse is not about injustice. It is about principles. If you value the little, it multiplies. But if you despise it, even what you had will be lost. So stop waiting for the big moment or the great blessing. What you have in your hands today is enough to take the first step towards abundance. You have talents, time, knowledge, skills, relationships. All of these are seeds. And seeds do not bloom on their own. They need action, intention, and discipline. Multiplying is living with faith and responsibility. There is no point in asking God for an abundant harvest if you don't plant anything or waste the seeds. Do you want to be prosperous? Then start multiplying what you already have. Multiplication is proof of maturity. It is when you stop living on autopilot and start living by vision. It is when you understand that a little well-managed is a passport to much. Many ask for riches, but still think like poor people. They want an elevated lifestyle, but still have small attitudes. They want to level up, but don't change their behavior. You only multiply what you honor. If you dishonor your time, your body, your mind, your money, your routine, then growth stops. But if you start to care, organize, plan, and act with purpose, then you activate a powerful cycle of growth. A faithful man will be filled with blessings. Proverbs 28, verse 20. Be faithful with a little. Honor every penny, every minute, every opportunity. Start planning your growth. Set goals. Study finances. Invest time and knowledge. Turn your routine into a fertile field. Multiplication is a lifestyle. Those who multiply do not depend on chance. They live as the protagonists of their own story. They do not wait for miracles. They create miracles with small decisions made every day. Now comment below, which talent are you going to start multiplying starting today? If you are determined to grow and achieve your financial freedom wisely, leave your like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and activate the bell, because in the next video we will talk about the power of money and how it reveals your true identity. Part 5. Money reveals who you really are. First of all, stop for a moment and think. If you received $10 million today, what would you do with that money? This question seems simple, but it reveals something much deeper. Your true identity. Now, take this moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to learn what money can reveal about their essence. And get ready, because the next part will show you how your identity directly influences your financial future. The truth is straightforward. Money doesn't change anyone. It only amplifies who a person already is inside. If you have a generous heart, with money you will be even more generous. If you are selfish, with money you will be even more selfish. If you have a spirit of leadership, money will increase your ability to lead. If you live in fear, money will only highlight your insecurity. Therefore, if you want wealth, financial freedom, abundance, first of all, strengthen your identity, because money in the wrong hands is a curse, but in the right hands, it is a tool for transformation. The love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. Note that the biblical text does not say that money is evil, but rather the uncontrolled love for it. Money is neutral. It is a powerful servant, but a cruel master. If your heart is empty, money will not fill it. If your life is out of balance, money will not organize it. But if your identity is firm, if you have clear values, vision, purpose, money will be an amplifier of your mission on earth. You need to decide who you are going to be before wealth arrives. Your life needs to be aligned with the principles of abundance, vision of the future, spirit of generosity, emotional intelligence, mindset of growth, discipline and responsibility. Wealth without emotional preparation is destruction. How many people have you seen make fortunes and lose everything? How many players, artists, businessmen, influencers who reached the top but were empty inside? Money doesn't save anyone, but it can be used as an instrument of salvation when it is in the hands of someone with a restored identity. So, instead of chasing money, chase who you are becoming. Because if you become the right person, the right money will find you. Practical tip: every day, ask yourself, what would I do if I had a lot of money today? And more importantly, am I living like someone who deserves to manage this abundance? This simple question reconnects you with your truth. It forces you to look inside and shows you if your mindset is ready for the next level. After all, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. The money you want is waiting for the character you still need to build. The financial freedom you dream of will only happen when your identity is connected to purpose. He who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. Luke 16 verse 10. This faithfulness begins in your mindset, in the way you deal with the little you have today. If you spend without purpose, act on impulse, sabotage yourself, hide, victimize yourself, then you are not yet ready for much. But if you honor every penny, organize yourself, seek wisdom, make intentional decisions, invest in yourself, then you are building the solid foundation of your wealth. Now write in the comments, who are you becoming? And what will money reveal about you when it arrives? Don't forget to like this video, activate the bell, and share it with those who need to hear this message. In the next part, we will talk about how to get out of the system of financial slavery and enter the cycle of definitive freedom. You are not here by chance. God brought you to this content to activate your true identity of wealth. Now it is up to you. Part 6. Get out of the financial slavery system. First of all, comment below. Do you work for money, or does money work for you? This is a crucial question. And in this video, you will understand why most people live trapped in a cycle of modern slavery. If this is happening to you, freedom begins today. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to escape the chains of financial slavery. And get ready. In the next part, we will talk about how to activate your abundant harvest zone. Imagine a silent system that controls your mind since childhood. You grow up hearing, study hard to get a good job, work hard to pay the bills. Money doesn't grow on trees. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to enter heaven. These phrases seem innocent, but they form an invisible prison called survival mentality. In this system, human beings are programmed to be servants of money. You wake up early, run around all day, pay bills, get into debt, and repeat this for 40 years. This is not life. This is slavery. The Bible clearly states in Proverbs 22, verse 7, "The rich rule over the poor. The borrower is slave to the lender." Do you see? Those who are tied to debt live like servants. Those who live paycheck to paycheck are just surviving. But you were not created to live like this. You were born to dominate, lead, multiply, and govern. You have the DNA of the God who created gold and silver. Scarcity does not match your identity. So, how to get out of the system? 1. Renew your mind every day. The first battlefield is not your wallet. It is your mind. Read books. Listen to content that challenges you. Escape the poor mentality. Don't settle for the average. 2. Create smart sources of income. Working is worthy, but working until you die is not the purpose. Learn to create assets, businesses, investments, ideas that generate money even when you're not there. 3. Get out of debt. Organize yourself financially. Debt is an emotional prison. Start with small victories. Each debt paid is a broken chain. 4. Invest in wisdom, not just effort. The world rewards strategic intelligence. Use effort with direction. Working hard is good. Working with vision is even better. 5. Hang out with people who have already escaped slavery. If you hang out with 5 broke people, you will be the 6th. Connect with those who inspire you to grow. Mentors change destinies. The big secret is to understand. You no longer need to be a slave to money. You are called to govern with purpose, lead with wisdom, and live with freedom. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8, verse 32. The truth is that you were not born to pay bills. You were born to finance purposes, feed nations, build legacies. So declare now, I am leaving the system of financial slavery. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to receive the next part. How to activate your zone of abundant harvest and enter the rhythm of divine multiplication. Part 7. Enter the zone of abundant harvest. Write in the comments now. Are you ready to reap what God has prepared for you? Because in this part, we're going to talk about harvest, but not just any harvest. We're going to talk about supernatural, abundant, and accelerated harvest. Stay with me until the end and share this video with someone who needs a harvest this year. Imagine a farmer who plants with faith, waters with patience, and waits with confidence. The time for harvest arrives, and he is prepared. But now think, what if the harvest came and he had no structure to receive it? This is exactly what happens to many today. The blessing arrives, the opportunity knocks, but the person is not prepared. That is why many harvest before time and lose. Others harvest a little because they planted little, and some even harvest a lot, but waste it all due to lack of wisdom. The harvest is proportional to the preparation. And let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6, verse 9. The key is the right time. There's a time to plant, and there's a time to reap, and your time is coming, but you need to be positioned. How to enter the abundant harvest zone. 1. Plant with purpose. Money, time, energy, words, everything you plant comes back. Plant good ideas, healthy relationships, powerful habits. 2. Water consistently. Discipline is the water of the seed. The more you care, the faster the growth will be. 3. Wait with faith and strategy. Waiting is not standing still. It is preparing, studying, planning, and taking action while the harvest is not coming. 4. Create a structure to support abundance. If God gave you what you asked for today, would you be able to handle it? Prepare your mind, your home, your finances, your relationships. 5. Recognize the harvest time. There are blessings that come disguised as challenges. Recognize the doors that open. Take advantage of the opportunities. Part 8. Your mind is the soil of wealth. Comment now. What have you been planting in your mind every day? If you want an abundant financial harvest, you need to understand this. Your mind is the soil where everything begins. If you plant weak ideas, you will reap mediocre results. But if you cultivate rich, strategic thoughts aligned with your purpose, then you will reap a life that overflows in all areas. Like this video, turn on notifications and share it with someone who needs to fertilize their mind to prosper. And get ready. In the next video, we will talk about how to use the power of money to fulfill your eternal purpose. Poverty does not start in your wallet. It starts in your head. Many are stuck in their financial life because they have wrong beliefs, outdated ideas, invisible fears. It is like trying to plant in dry land. Nothing grows. Even with effort, the human mind works like a garden. If you don't take care of them, weeds will take over. I can't do it. This isn't for me. I'll never have money. Rich people are all greedy. God wants me to live simply. These phrases are like pests that suffocate your harvest. But God didn't create you for scarcity. He said, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God." Romans 12, verse 2. You only experience the best when you renew your way of thinking. How to transform your mind into fertile soil. 1. Eliminate limiting beliefs. Take a mental inventory. What ideas have you inherited from childhood, religion, or society that are blocking you? Right? Confront and replace these lies with strengthening truths. 2. Plant new ideas daily. Watch content like this, read wisdom books, study financial strategies. Your mind needs quality food every day. A millionaire is first and foremost a millionaire in the mind. 3. Use words that build up. What you say shapes how you live. Say, "Oh, I am worthy of wealth. Oh, money serves my purpose. Oh, my mind attracts millionaire ideas." Words are seeds. Speak wealth. 4. Visualize what you want clearly. Close your eyes for 2 minutes every day and see your prosperous life. Feel the house. See the business. Feel the peace. The mind does not differentiate between reality and imagination. What you see inside manifests outside. 5. Disconnect from what weakens you. Avoid bad news, toxic friendships, negative content. You cannot plant beans in a field full of garbage. Protect your mind like a sacred garden. If you master your mind, you master your world. There is no point in having a new opportunity if your mindset is old. There is no point in earning more if your mind continues to sabotage you with fear, guilt, or self-sabotage. What you do not heal in your mind, you repeat in your life. Jesus said, "It is from the heart mind that evil thoughts come." Matthew 15, verse 19. In other words, if you change on the inside, everything changes on the outside. You are one decision away from starting to prosper mentally. Starting today, say, "My mind is fertile, rich, and abundant. I am ready to reap the best of God." If this content impacted you, comment "My mind is rich" below. Send this video to 5 people who need to awaken their millionaire mind. In the next part, we will talk about how to use money wisely to multiply wealth and leave an eternal legacy. Subscribe and stay with me. The journey is just beginning, and your destination is abundance. Excellent. Let's move forward with everything. Here it is. Part 9, the power of money with purpose. Comment below. What would you do if you had a lot of money and a clear purpose? Most people chase money, but few understand the true power it carries when it is aligned with a purpose. Money by itself is neutral. It amplifies what you already are. But when you have a well-defined purpose, money becomes a multiplier of impact, freedom, and legacy. Subscribe, and turn on notifications. In the next video, we will reveal how to attract opportunities and divine partnerships to accelerate your wealth. Many people think that money is the root of all evil, but the Bible doesn't say that. It says that the love of money is the root of all evil. 1 Timothy 6, verse 10. In other words, the problem is not money. It is when it takes the place of purpose. Now understand this. Money is a tool. purpose is direction. Together, they create a legacy. You can have millions in your bank account, but if you don't know why you have them, you'll get lost. Why do you need a clear purpose to get rich? 1. To avoid getting sidetracked by distractions. Money without direction is like giving gas to a car without a steering wheel. It goes fast but crashes. A solid purpose protects you from vanity, greed, and silent destruction. 2. To know where to invest your energy. When you know what you're earning money for, everything changes. You say no to things that don't move you forward. You avoid shortcuts. You grow with coherence. 3. To create a legacy that goes beyond your lifetime. Purpose is eternal. Money may run out, but the impact of a lived purpose lasts for generations. Wealth with purpose transforms your family, your community, and even nations. Examples of purposes that multiply money. Open a business that creates jobs and transforms lives. Fund social or missionary projects. Build a financial education network to break cycles of poverty. Support your family with dignity and structure. Be an example of honest and spiritual prosperity. When money serves a purpose, it does not dominate you, it drives you. How to align money and purpose. 1. Pray and ask God what your role in the world is. Your mission is not random. It is already there inside you. Discover what burns in your heart. 2. Write a personal purpose statement. A clear sentence that answers. Why do I want to become rich? This answer will be your filter, your guide. 3. Decide today that all the money that comes into your hands will serve this purpose. Even the small amounts. Honor the little to be faithful in the big. It all starts with intention. When purpose and wealth meet, heaven is manifested on earth. The money that comes into your hands has a mission. You can use it to buy time, to grow, to make an impact. You can use it to be an answer to someone's prayer. You weren't born to work just to pay bills. You were born to finance a vision. Stop thinking about getting rich just for yourself. Start thinking about getting rich to multiply good. That changes everything. If this content activated you, comment money with purpose below. Send it to someone who needs to understand that getting rich is part of the mission. In the next video, we'll dive into spiritual intelligence to attract divine opportunities. Like, share and get ready. Your next great harvest is approaching. Part 10. Spiritual intelligence to attract wealth. Answer in the comments. Do you feel like there is something holding back your prosperity? Most people focus only on strategies. They study, work hard, make an effort, but they remain stagnant because they ignore a powerful factor: spiritual intelligence. Turn on notifications, like, and share. The next video will reveal how to build financial habits of millionaires that honor God. The visible world is the result of the invisible. Before a door opens on earth, it needs to be released in heaven. Therefore, it is no use just acting. You need to discern. There are opportunities that seem good, but are traps. There are connections that seem advantageous, but are distractions. Without spiritual intelligence, you fall. With spiritual intelligence, you attract. What is spiritual intelligence? It is the ability to perceive God's movements. It is listening to the inner voice that guides, alerts, and directs. It is making decisions with wisdom, not just logic. It is having the sensitivity to recognize where God is acting and joining him. This intelligence does not replace hard work. It enhances it. It is this wisdom that transcends human logic and connects you with a greater purpose. Spiritual intelligence is a hidden code of those who prosper with meaning, of those who win with peace, of those who not only conquer, but know why they are conquering. It frees you from dangerous shortcuts and propels you along the right paths, even when they seem unlikely. When you develop this intelligence, you begin to see the invisible, to perceive opportunities where others only see problems. It does not nullify effort, but aligns it with the heavens. And when your effort is aligned with the divine, the results become extraordinary. How to activate this intelligence? 1. Pray every day asking for direction for your financial life. Don't start the day without consulting the Creator. He knows opportunities that are invisible to human eyes. 2. Practice silence and active listening. God speaks to those who are willing to listen. Instead of talking all the time, learn to listen to the Spirit. 3. Fast regularly to weaken the flesh and strengthen the spirit. This increases clarity, sensitivity, and self-control, essential for high-level decisions. 4. Stay away from environments that stifle your spiritual sensitivity. Negative people, gossip, purposeless environments, all of these delay your perception. 5. Align your plans with biblical principles. God does not bless strategies that violate values. Be honest, generous, and upright, and favor will come. Spiritual intelligence puts you in positions that no money can. It frees you from losses. It gives you discernment. It connects you with the right people in a fluid way. It makes you grow at the right time, giving you focus and efficacy. It positions you where you never imagined and always put you in high places. King Solomon didn't ask for riches. He asked for wisdom. And because he knew what to ask for, he received everything he needed. That's the secret. If this spoke to you, comment now. I want wisdom to get rich. In the next video, we will reveal the financial habits of millionaires who follow eternal principles, like share and continue this journey. You were born to attract and multiply wealth with spiritual discernment. Part 11, Financial Habits of Millionaires Who Honor God. Comment below. Do you believe that God cares about your financial life? The truth is, yes, he does. But God does not bless disorganization, waste, and dishonesty. He multiplies what is done with wisdom, responsibility, and purpose. Like, comment, and share. In the next and final video, we will declare a prophetic word about your financial life together. Don't miss it. Many people pray for abundance, but live with habits of scarcity. They want to live like kings, but act like slaves to debt. Heaven does not release what your routine does not yet support. You need to create habits that support the weight of the wealth you want to carry. Here are the powerful habits that spiritual millionaires cultivate. 1. They plan every penny. Millionaires don't let money fly. They know where every dollar goes. They have budgets, goals, and limits. Proverbs 21 verse 5. Well-laid plans lead to abundance, but he who is hasty ends in poverty. 2. They invest in knowledge. Sustainable wealth is born of understanding. Millionaires study. They read books, take courses, seek mentors. They understand that ignorance is expensive, very expensive. 3. They multiply before they spend. Before thinking about luxury, they think about multiplication. They put their money to work in investments, businesses, assets. They understand the power of compound interest, opportunity, and patience. 4. They honor God with their finances. Tithing, offerings, generosity. It's all part of it. They don't give out of obligation, but out of honor and gratitude. They know that everything comes from God and returns to him. Proverbs 3 verse 9. Honor the Lord with all your wealth and with the first fruits of all your crops. 5. They live below the standard they can afford. Spiritual millionaires don't live for appearances. They are discreet, focused, intentional. They live with strategic simplicity, not through misery, but through wisdom. Do you want to attract more? Learn to better manage what you already have. Don't wait to get rich to start being organized. Be excellent at the little things, and much will come. Wealth respond to habits, not just to prayers. Pray, yes. Cry out, yes. But also take action. God wants to see you prosper, but he respects the processes. And it all starts with your daily habits. You are not called to live in the red. You were created to manage wealth with balance, responsibility, and honor. If this message awakened you, comment below. I will have millionaire habits. And get ready, because in the next and final part, we will release together a powerful word about your financial life. Part 12, Prophetic Declaration to Activate Your Wealth. Declare in the comments, I am prosperous. I am blessed. I have been called to live in abundance. We have reached the end of this journey. But in truth, this is just the beginning of a new life for you. A life of wisdom, action, purpose, and prosperity. Like, share, and comment amen if you receive this word. Save this video. Watch it again whenever you need to remember who you are. Now close your eyes for a moment and read with an open heart. I declare in the name of Jesus that you are being freed from every mentality of scarcity, that chains of debt, misery, and shame are being broken now. I declare that abundance will invade your home, that your mind will be transformed, that you will have profitable ideas, divine connections, and supernatural wisdom. You will no longer be one among the crowd. You will be a light, a channel, an answer. You will live to lend, not to borrow. You will have homes, lands, resources, and peace. Your bank account will reflect the greatness that dwells within you. Your children will reap the fruits of your obedience. God is opening doors that no one can close. God is giving you authority over your finances. God is entrusting you with riches because He knows you will be faithful. Receive, declare, and walk in this every day, and don't give up. Deuteronomy 28, verse 12. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His treasure, to send rain on your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Now, take a deep breath and say out loud, I am the chosen one. I am faithful. I will be prosperous, and nothing will be able to stop me. Face this closing as a new beginning. Now that you have these 12 truths, it is up to you to practice them. Information without action is illusion, but with each step you take, the sky will move in your favor. Come back to this content often. Reinforce your mind. You are in transformation. And get ready, because in the next videos, we will continue guiding you towards your first million with eternal principles. Leave your comment. What was the strongest teaching of the series? Which part changed your vision? Subscribe, share with at least 3 people, and stay with us. Your financial future has started. Now enjoy what God has prepared for you. Seek God with all your heart, and thank you for watching until the end. This proves that you are on the right path. Do you want to check if you are already subscribed? Tell me here and share this video with someone that God showed you. Multiply, share, and thank them. May God bless you. And until the next video, God continues the biblical motivation.